Hi, welcome to Christy Sunrise. Today I'm going to share with you my recipe on pot roast, how I make pot roast. So let's get started. The ingredients you need is a roast. I have 4 cups of broth that I used made from these beef cubes. I have onions, I have vegetable oil, I have potatoes, I have carrots, and I have garlic. Sure you can see all of these items. Now, I normally don't make it in this big of a pot, but I'm making lots of potatoes, and I bought a bigger roast than I normally do. And I also wanted you to know that before I had pots like this, I would brown my roast in a regular cooking pan, frying pan. I'd brown it in that, and then I would cook it in this. And something like this, a casserole dish, because I don't think everybody has the big Dutch ovens. So I of course want everybody to be able to cook. I don't want anybody to be limited by their cooking utensils. So I'm just letting you know I'm going to cook it in here. But if you don't have one of these, just use something similar to this. I did for years and years and years. So, I do cook it in a smaller pan like this, but I bought a bigger roast than I normally do. Now, I bought a shoulder roast. I have the burner on. Let me go ahead and put some oil in here because we're going to brown it. And I bought a shoulder roast. There's rump roast. There's all kinds of different types of roast. I like the shoulder because it's leaner, and I like the leaner meat. This one is 2.5 pounds. It's 2.6. We're going to be cooking at 350 degrees. Normally, you cook it like about an hour a pound. I'm going to cook it about 3 hours. I'm going to cook it for 2 hours, and then I'm going to take it out, and I'm going to add the potatoes and carrots and then let that cook. So let me get this rocking. I'm going to go ahead and salt and pepper it. It will shrink up as you're cooking it, of course, as well. Then I'm going to brown all sides. Let me bring this in a little more. I have my beef broth, just so you see. I used 4 of these and 4 cups of water. If you're using a pan this size, I probably would start with 3 cups of water. So that would be 3 beef cubes. You want it really brown. It's going to make lots of noise. Okay, once it's seared all the way around, I just add my broth. So watch out, it's going to get foggy. Like I said, if you're going to use something smaller than what I have, which probably will, I would start with 2 or not more than 3 cups of broth. And then I just simply lay the onions on top. Some fall. And then the garlic, you can use a garlic press. Whoops. Well, that one's just going to have fun in there. I'm not going to pull that out. So you can use a garlic press. If you don't have a garlic press, just smash them and then cut them like that. You don't have to have a garlic press, but if you do, run it through. I'm not going to use the garlic press because I've already started doing this, and I want you to see that you don't have to have one and that they're hard to clean anyway. So I'm just going to cut it up in these little pieces. And it's already boiling. I'm going to put the lid on it. And I'm going to put it in the oven at 350 for 2 hours. Then I'm going to pull it out. I'm going to have my carrots chopped and my potatoes chopped, and then I'll add them to this. Now, if you're cooking in something like this, at this point, you would cover it with foil. So I will be back. Okay, it's cooked in the oven for about 2 hours. Take off the lid, which is heavy. Bring this in so you can see. Looks delicious. So it's still not completely done, but we're going to cook it another hour or so with the potatoes. So I'm going to pull out some of the juice, and I will share the reason for this. This is what I'm going to use to thicken it up later to make a gravy. Okay, that's all I'm going to pull out for now. Okay, so I'm going to add the potatoes. And let me show you how I cut them up. Okay, so I'm going to add the potatoes. I made lots of potatoes because we're going to have this for leftovers tomorrow, like in a stew type manner. So I'll do another video on that. But so we just want to kind of get them under the juice here. You can see, let me move you up a little. Okay. And I'm going to cook this for another hour to an hour and a half. I'm going to say an hour and a half or so. Until the potatoes and carrots are done. The carrots will take longer than the potatoes to get done. I did cut most of the carrots in lengthwise half, so it'll help them cook faster. So I'm going to put the lid back on. Put it back in the oven, like I said, for about an hour, hour and a half. And then I'm going to show you, I pulled this out to cool it, to add cornstarch to it after it's cool. And we'll throw it back in here with some, it'll make it a thick little gravy. So I will be back when it is done. Okay, we have pulled it out of the oven. Looks yummy. Looks yummy. This is the broth I reserved. I poured it in a measuring cup so we can see how much I pulled out, which was about half a cup. When we began with the broth, we put 4 cups in it. There's probably about maybe 3 cups left. We don't like this real thick, but I just wanted to show you how to thicken up and make a gravy. So first, let's see how tender it is. It's very, very tender. Very tender. There's the roast. Okay, I'm going to take some of these vegetables out. You can see the carrots are done. They're tender. So I'm going to take some of the vegetables out. I'm going to turn the burner on. And like I said, I'm just showing you how I would thicken the gravy up. I'll be adding these back in. So I'm going to do 3 leveled tablespoons of cornstarch to this. 1, 2, 3. Yes, I've made a mess. Doesn't dissolve well in hot water, so it's already starting to boil. So let me get these out really quickly. I'm not going to take the roast out. And like I said, this isn't going to be really thick. And then I'll have a video following this one to show you what we do with the leftovers. That's why I made so much. If you're going to go to the trouble to cook a roast, you might as well make a lot of vegetables so you can use them tomorrow or the next day, whenever. And I'll share with you tomorrow what we'll do with the leftovers. It'll be in another video. Okay, so again, this isn't going to be really thick, but move this closer so you can see, and down a little more so you can see what it's doing. Just kind of thickening the gravy up a little bit. Or making gravy, I guess. We're thickening the broth up a little bit. I know that's a horrible noise. Let me switch to a different one. Just kind of move it around. Okay. There, now you have a gravy. Roast gravy. Roast gravy. Okay. So I'm gonna put some of this delicious roast on a plate. I usually will put all of this goodness back in here so it's all together. Hopefully I won't make too big of a mess. That looks delicious. That looks delicious. Some potatoes. A carrot. I'm not really a carrot eater. Now, what my husband does is he smashes the potatoes like this. And then he puts butter. He puts a slice of butter on it. What I do, I smash my potatoes like this. Pour some gravy over it. So now let's taste it. It's pretty hot. That is delicious. It is so warm, so good, so tender. There you have it, a plate of homemade beef pot roast. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you don't mind sharing, I would appreciate that as well. And I will have another video to show you what you can do with the leftovers. If you like what you see, thumbs up, subscribe, hit the like button. Thank you for coming again to my kitchen. Have a wonderful day.